although it's been downgraded, it's, they're getting a lot of rain in that region.
I mean, look at this.
Look at that.
What a busy hurricane season. Jeez.
Yeah, very busy, and this one is stalling, so that's the biggest problem. As we know, a lot of times when these storms just sit over these communities, several inches of rain coming. So they could get up to 18 inches of rain in portions of Texas. You see it just now moving towards the east of Houston, and it's going to head, or it is already in Louisiana, but the way it's kind of all just hovering right here, and it's looking like it's going to stay put right here. So let's track this for you. You can kind of see it now where the center of it is. These are the outer bands of this. So a lot of times that heavy rain does come through on the outer bands, the east side, and it's going to downgrade into a tropical depression. But look at that. Storm totals up to 18 inches for parts of Texas and southwest Louisiana. It's just going to hover over there slowly. Isolated tornadoes are possible. Sometimes we get these twisters coming out of storms like this. Let's bring you back to the west coast here and show you what's going on. We were watching for the storm surge in places like Texas. Here we're watching for high surf, all because of a south swell that's coming through. So as I showed you earlier, 3 and 5 foot wave heights. It's a little bit bigger the further out. Look at that, 9 footers way out in the ocean. We are going to see a lot of that peaking today. So beach hazard statement is in effect for San Diego County. Just to the north of us, you see a high surf advisory. That doesn't expire until tomorrow night. So today, again, 3 to 6 foot. That's what we're expecting in our area. Our water temperature is dropping even more now, 66 degrees. Rip current risk is high. Low tide will be right around 9:30. High tide around 4 o'clock this afternoon. And yesterday I drove by during high tide. There's no beach. So, the water's big. The surf is big, I should say. And the tide comes in pretty big this time of year. So that's what we're dealing with. It's also foggy. The fog coming in from our coastline affecting places like Fallbrook right now and Otay Mesa. So the further inland you are, it looks like it's sitting a little bit lower depending on your elevation there. 61 in Poway, 64 right now in El Cajon, 64 in Chula Vista. And we feel the moisture in the air because of the marine layer on this side of the mountains. On this side, it is very dry. And I show this to you because typically this would be our least dry time of the day. So by this afternoon, we could be well into the single digits when it comes to relative humidity numbers for the mountains and the deserts. And that's why you see across Southern California, the fire risk going up by about 4 or 5 o'clock this evening into the overnight hours. Our fire risk will be elevated because of the dry factor and that heat too. The heat's still lingering in our deserts. Now, troughing will happen. That's going to cool us all down a little bit. So the next few days, we're watching a couple systems way to the north. One of them is going to create this little wave of a low that branches out here. So by this weekend, this right here is all going to contribute to cooler temperatures. Lines going downward. That's our friend if you're tired of the heat. The heat, again, still in the deserts today. 108, 85 in Julian, 89 in Ramona. Your afternoon highs in downtown San Diego, 78 degrees. Your 8-day shows not a big change in our coastal communities, but just a few degree drop here by Thursday, Friday. It's the inland areas where you'll notice temperatures go from the low 90s to the low 80s by Sunday. I mean, that's quite a cool down, about a 10-degree drop here for our mountains as well and our deserts. And I'll send it back to you.